Well, the first thing we saw this morning was this sideways range. That was the first thing screaming at us today. And then we said, well, if we use that sideways range, my previous low of days down bottom here, my previous high of days up top here, my BMT and my opens are right in the middle. And of course, remember, at 8:30 this morning, we are right about here. All right, so at 8:30, I am not through the highs. I'm going to break through the highs just before 8:30. 8:30-ish, right? 8:15, 8:20, we break, bam, through the highs. Now, when we originally broke through the highs, I took out my little pen here, and I found the two lows here, and I said, all right, guys, that's going to be a channel right there. And so once we saw the breakout, we knew right away where it was trying to go. We had marked up our 91, 95. Again, these were levels we talked about this morning at 8 o'clock this morning. We went over all these levels together. If you missed it, come out tomorrow morning. Join me for my morning prep at 7:45. And at 8 o'clock tomorrow morning, we'll go over all this again. So we knew we had 91, 95 right there, overhead resistance. Just below, right, the 92 even. So 91, 95 was the high of another sideways range. Again, we found that on my 89 range chart. Okay, went over this morning. So we knew we had the top of the channel, the top of the range, and then we noticed speed began to slow down. 8:15, 8:20, again, before 8:30, bam, we break up through new higher highs. We think we know where we're going, but we're wondering what's going on, why are we rising, and how should we react? Should I be looking to buy and keep going, or should I look to sell, right, and take it back down? Well, I want to show you guys an example of how we used the pace of tape indicator this morning to give me a real big clue for what to do with those highs. At 8:30 this morning, we were kind of surprised by the fact that we got this boom, this breakout. And of course, we ended up hearing later on this morning more news from Saudi Arabia, which also gave us a breakout like this, and we shorted that one too. We'll take you guys for a ride on that one as well. We'll get there in a second, but here for the first time, though, follow me down bottom here, guys, lower left-hand corner. This is my pace of tape indicator, right? Or we call it the pot. And I want you guys to take a look at this because what we saw here was when the breakout happened, right? There's your breakout. So the breakout happens, we get all the speed enters the market, and we make a new higher high. We go up and we test the highs of that channel. We test that 91, 95. And so at that point, we didn't know what to expect. We're going to wait and see. Are we going to push right through? If we push right through, I'll be buying pullbacks. Well, after we push new highs, all of a sudden now the speed tumbles. And we say, where did they go? Right? Where did all those buyers go? Where did all this personality go? And you can see here from 8:15, right, all the way through 8:20, it's very, very slow. And of course, I'm now looking for my first trade of the morning. I'm wondering, should I be buying pullbacks or should I be selling this range high? Now, whenever you see the speed like this jump, and then right afterwards the speed disappears, what we see next is going to be very important. And we took 3 trades here going short on the way down. First trade here sold the highs, 4 range entry. Right? 4 range entry, first trade there, 22 ticks. We then break below the support. That's a 13 range wave failure. 852, 91, 81, a 31 tick winner. And then of course, what's right here? This is my 34 trigger line support. So we broke the 4. That was the first trade. We broke the 13. That was the second trade. Now here we are, 21, right? 34, right in that area. And we're going to break through this one as well. And when it does, you guessed it, another wave failure. That's 3 wave patterns, 3 wave failures, sell the highs. And again, that speed at those highs, that dropping speed, if you recall from the beginning slide, is exactly what gave us the confidence to be looking for this short. Guys, if the buyers were in charge, they would have already shown up by now. Okay, that was our turn of thought. So at 9:17, another 33 ticks. Another 2 steps short, another wave failure, guys. So we take 22 ticks, 31 ticks, 33 ticks, right? Add them all up. We're having a great morning so far, and it's only 9:15. Now, this is great news for us because we've had to wait in the recent past. We've had to wait till 10 o'clock in some days before the market starts heating up. Now we've got ourselves a nice big bunch of profit in our account right now, and now we can be very selective now for the rest of our morning. Now, watch this. We go right back in below the previous high. Now, what happens when we go above the previous high?